What's up, guys? My name's Collins Newey. Post Up is my stream, and I'm thrilled to be bringing you guys the 2024 US Open Championships out of Griff's Bar and Billiards. We're gonna be bringing you US Open 10 ball, US Open 8 ball, US Open bank pool, and US Open 1 pocket straight through every day till March 16th. We're bringing it to you live from Griff's Bar and Billiards right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Hey, I just wanna let you guys know, I don't treat my stream like a typical pool stream. I don't treat it like that sports broadcast model. I treat it like I'm hanging out with you guys at home in the chat, super interactive, fun, lighthearted. We get down and we have a good time. The best part is, if you don't like that style, you can just hit the mute button and enjoy some of the best pool in the world. It's basically a who's who of the best players from around the world. Either way, come check it out and let's have some fun.
All right, you guys. Josh Filler and Levan Corteza race to 8. I'm gonna leave the scoreboard off for just a little bit till Collins gets back, so we can update the names. So just kind of bear with us when it comes to having the scoreboard up on the screen, you guys. Collins is on his way back over here, and will be yeah, shortly. So the reboot will probably be, I'm guessing, after this match. So let me know in the chat who you guys picked to win. Josh did win the lag. Levan versus Joshua Filler. Let's see who everybody likes. Comment in the chat, guys. Let's see, first rack. This little pot break. He's got the 10 ball down, cue ball on the left side of the table. He's got an opener. He's got options here. I'm guessing he's gonna pick stripes. Say Filler wins 8-7. Josh wins 8-6. Be a tough matchup for sure. Hopefully I'll win that sweater I got against Mario, get in the game. He's looking around here. Just kind of seeing what all his options are, depending on where he wants to end up with the cue ball. Yeah, you guys, all the matches from this point on will be live on Post Up, Facebook, and YouTube, along with Griff's Billiards TV. And then for the finals, it'll be exclusive on Griff's Billiards TV. So make sure and go hit the like, hit the subscribe button on there. Make sure and keep your notifications on. The finals of the US Open 8-Ball Championship will be exclusive on YouTube, Griff's Billiards TV. The loser of this is out in 4th place, and the winner moves on. Levan just defeated Bader Alawadi, who's been playing really well, and Josh just coming off a win over Albin Ocean. What day will the 8-Ball Championship go down? Today's the 8-Ball Championship. Today goes down. And tomorrow we will not be streaming at all. We may do the what do you call it? We may do the raffle drawing tonight. If we don't do it tonight before the final, then we'll do it either it will be tonight or it will be on Sunday, since we're going to be off tomorrow. So I'll know here probably as soon as Collins gets back, and then I'll jump on in and I'll give you guys a bit of an update. So meanwhile, this is rack number 1. If you're just joining us, the scoreboard's off on this one. Keep the score updated in the chat for everyone if you guys can. Help each other out, help me out. And Yep, we'll have the scoreboard back on the screen as soon as Collins gets back in the building. These two have had a lot of history. They met each other at Derby a couple years ago. Levan got the better of it. I think they met each other, I want to say, in Bigfoot recently. Sometime at the Derby this year, I remember. I forgot what event it was. Josh coming down table here for the 14 ball. They've been running into each other quite a bit because they're both playing really well and having a lot of consistency. First rack here, Josh Filler 2 balls away from a break and run. Nice shot there, perfect position, great on the 15 ball. Joshua Filler's going to draw first blood here. Decided to play it in the same pocket and came up a little short. Big favorite to make it, but it got a little bit more missable than what I thought he would have been. Runs into the 2 ball, 8 ball down. Rack number 1, Josh Filler. Says yes, the Bigfoot 10 ball event. Yeah, I thought so. That's what I had in my mind, but I wasn't 100% sure. Yeah, I mean they're both elite players. Tons of titles between them. Levan just coming off of that win out here in Las Vegas at the Rio a couple weeks back. Follows it up with a 3rd place finish, I think, in the 10 ball, and then here we are in the 8 ball, and he's guaranteed at least 4th place. It's 1-0 in favor of Josh. Here we go, rack number 2. Levan to break. He uses that open bridge break, but it's working. He's got a ball down. Balls are opening up. The 15-14 got a little funny. The 4 and the 6 got a little funny. 9 ball by the 3. This is interesting. I wonder how he's gonna attack it. He's just sizing up the table. He's looking to see if the 6 if the 6 passes the 4. It looks like. So I guess I'll start off with this 1 ball then. He doesn't like it. He's gonna have to do some work here. He's coming across 1 rail. He made the ball, and that's why he was looking down here to see if the 6 passes the 4. Does not want the cue ball on the rail. He should be all right here though. Mike, can they start with a dirty combo? I'm assuming you mean a solid into a stripe, and yeah, you can. You can start the rack like that. He's not out of the woods here. Take it on the 4. Yeah, he's sitting pretty good here now. Nice shot. He's going to come out one rail off the 6. And really more of what you prefer here. Playing the 2 ball on the side, it looks like, or even the 7 ball on the upper left. Just a touch, a little shot. No problems getting in the side. Gonna go 7-3, probably 5 in the bottom left as you guys are looking at the screen. 8 ball on the side. He's sitting real good, and he needs to. It's his break. Josh took game number 1. If you guys are just joining us, we are going scoreboard list for a little bit, but we'll have it up here momentarily for you guys. Second game in a race to 8, alternate break. Big shout out to all of our sponsors who help make this event possible. Griff's, Q-Tech, 1PKT, Michelle Griffin Realtor, Premier Billiards. No, I'm missing someone. Oh, Town Max Rack. There you go. Good shot there from Lee Van. Nice shot. Nice shot there. It's to make it 1-1. Race to 8. Josh to break next. Top of the table from Josh. A little sign of respect there. All right. Third rack, 1-1. Both of them with the break and run on their serve. Nice pop, 14 ball down. Cue ball in a really good spot here. Looks like things are just going to dress up for Josh. It's all about whether or not this 13 ball passes the 7 ball. For me, everything else looks to be pretty good. Stripes are looking pretty choice. Maybe he doesn't pass the 7 ball. It's tough to tell just looking how he's looking at the 13 ball. Well, this is interesting. Okay, so I wonder if he's going to play for that ball right now. He wants a roll to get to that 13. A lot thinner than what he wanted to be. certainly makeable for Josh, but not the position he was intending on. Comes out one rail and just gins it. What a great shot here. He needs this ball to go a little bit. Hang on. He still has the 14 ball on the side, but that's the only ball he's going to be able to shoot at. I don't think he can shoot the 10-9, and I don't think he would want to shoot the 10-9 either. Yeah, he's great here. Can cue the whole ball. It's 1-1 right now. This is Josh's break. Levan is breaking next. Both players to this point have had break-in runs in the match. Both batting 1,000 so far. Coming out 2 rails. What a great shot there from Josh. Doesn't want to be too thin on this ball. I think he wants to hold it and just come out 1 rail. He's not in love with something though. Probably gonna play it in the 8 ball in the upper left, would be my guess. Unless he's coming across back and forth here. Oh, did not want to run into the 3 ball, but he'll be all right. He'll shoot this 8 ball inside. Whatever he wants to do. Goes in the side. Josh Filler taking a 2-1 lead. If you're just joining us, the scoreboard's off right now until Collins gets back. He should be back momentarily. So 3 racks so far, 3 break-in runs. Both players showing why they're in this spot in the tournament. I think Filler lost to start the day to loss against FSR in our noon match. And Levan lost to Victor Zielinski to start off the day in the winner side as well. So comes the open bridge. Cooley's carbon fiber brake cue. Really tries to get a pop here on this break. And he got it, but it got away from him. I'm not sure he's going to get a ball down here. And he is not. First one to blink is Levan Corteza. Things look pretty good here for Josh. Let's take a look and see what the problems are, if any. I guess the 2 off, it doesn't pass in this bottom left, but I think it does. Probably start off with the 5 ball all the way down. I wonder what he's looking at. All right, coming out 1 rail. Guess he's gonna get after this one right now. tells me the 2 ball does not pass in the bottom left, but it does in the bottom right. Golly, what a tight cue ball position there. His facial expression shows he got where he wanted to be at. And I love it, just addressing the problem early on in the rack. You know, the toughest part for him was just deciding how he wanted to get there, or trying to figure out how he was going to get there. Such a high level for Josh. Now he's great. He needs to get on this 3 ball here. I wonder if he's just going to draw it down right now off the 6. He's playing this ball on the side. And he does. Tight little spin here. He's going to hit the 3 ball with inside English to get on the 5. A little thick, but he's great. He's got an angle here. Joshua Filler taking advantage of the first mistake. A little bit of frustration there from Levan as he put the balls back up table. I think he knows that that's not the way he wants to start off. It's going to be 3-1 in favor of Josh. This is going to be Josh's break coming up. We started off with 2 break-in runs from both players. Josh followed that up with another break-in run to go up 2-1, and then Levan just broke dry. It's 3-1. Nice pop break there from Josh. He might come up dry himself here. Look at that. We got action. Wow. Here we go. And you can tell the frustration by both players. It just shows you the weight of the break. I mean, which is the case in all games, but especially when you know these guys are running out from everywhere. I don't see any problems here for Levan whatsoever. We're going match for match from here on out, live on Post Up. Everything from here will be on the TV table. Victor Zielinski awaits the winner. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz waits in the hot seat. He's coming out playing these balls up top. It's 3-1 right now in favor of Josh. Levan plays all games extremely well. 10 ball, 9 ball, straight pull, you name it. He's looking for the bridge. He's got an angle. He's good. We'll play for the 7 ball next. Just trying to pinch it back a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. Playing the 7 ball on the side. Coming out one rail probably for the 4 ball on the bottom right. And just making sure he gets exactly where he needs to be at. He knows these are big balls in a game that he absolutely needs to have. Already got his serve broken one time by Josh after a dry break, and Josh returned the favor here. Coming out one rail, there's the inside. I think he was trying to get on the 4 ball first, but he's great here either way. He's making sure he hits exactly where he wants to. Nice shot there from Lee Van. Two balls away from making it 3-2. Lee Van Corteza is going to be breaking next. 8 ball on the side. On its way. In the hole. There we go. All right, you guys. We will get the score up here as soon as Collins gets back. You guys can check out live scoring on digitalpool.com. Search US Open 8 ball and find the live scoring on there in the meantime. All right. Racking the balls on the Town Max Rack. Big shout out to them for sponsoring the event. They are the official rack of the 10 ball and 8 ball portion of our US Open events out here at Griff's. 45,000 added altogether. We also have an all-around bonus that we're giving away. All right, here we go. He broke dry his last one. Hit that a little flat, but the 7 ball is going to go in, and cue ball is going to dress up in the center of the table. Not the most ideal opener, but I think you're good with whatever you want to do. He's planning it all out. Well, welcome back.
Finally made it.
Finally, yeah, that was a quick break, buddy.
Had to go.
Yeah.
Had to go.
Let me switch spots with you.
Yup. Oh yeah.
I'm glad you're back, so that way I don't got to get asked for the 18th time about why there's no scoring.
I know.
All right. Getting the 5 ball down first to open him up. He preferred the solids. Now I think after this ball, he'll be right back in line.
I had like 5 people message me too. Just message me directly.
About the score?
Hey, you don't have a scoreboard. Oh, really?
I had a guy in the room come up and ask me, hey, there's no score. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Because I can't see the screen.
It's right in front of me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, come on.
We try our best, but sometimes we don't have a full team of people here. You know what I mean? Apologies, guys. We're back on track. Holy hell, how hot did you make this chair? You run hot, don't you?
Appreciate the compliment, buddy.
That's
yeah,
right.
thanks, pal.
It's like sitting
It's
on
a
a
nice.
furnace.
It's the nicest thing you said to me all week.
Mm-hmm. What's up, Gary Haas? Thanks, man.
All right, so let me fill you in, big guy.
All right, let's hear it.
Break and run, break and run, break and run. Try break, try break. Levan got a little funny here.
Right.
He's going to hit this with a lot of follow. Come out. One or two rails. There's the one rail. There's the second rail. And you're back in line. Nice shot there from Levan.
Levan is playing good pool.
Three. In 3, 2, and 1.
There you go.
Fire at it, buddy.
Let's go.
Did you stop at the casino on the way over?
No,
No? I don't know if I believe you.
because you shouldn't.
How'd you do?
Terrible. And it only lasted 10 minutes, just like I expected.
How did I know?
Yeah.
How did I know?
It took me so long.
I know, that's what
I was walking through the place.
That's
How am
what
I
I
supposed to not?
I mean,
fire
listen,
at it?
I
Come
get it.
on.
I get it, man. I'm glad. Listen, I am glad that I didn't tell you before you left to fire one for me, because I was going to.
Yeah, of course.
All right, here we go. Josh broke pretty good that last one, man, but he didn't get a ball down. Big break. Let's see. That one was a little flat. The 14 ball goes in. Cue ball is running around all over the place. Is he going to have an opening shot? I'm not sure. Maybe he can back cut the 6. I don't like the 1. I don't know. Who am I sweating? I may have bet the Panda something a little friendly. Getting Levan +1.
Yeah.
But I just want to see some good pool. Both these players are top shelf. Not even just in like not even in just their pool game, but just good dudes. Actually, this is a rematch of that infamous match that we had earlier in the tournament, now that I think about it.
Infamous.
It was a little infamous.
Oh, a different game.
Yeah.
Different game, yeah.
Not in this tournament per se, but
Right,
in this
right.
series of events. Yeah, Born Hype, I know my man pretty good. I know my guy. I figured he stopped by.
Yeah.
He stopped by and put a little sweater down on something. Josh is going to scratch in the side.
No way.
Wow. A little cold roll there, but he's going to get ball in hand. He being Levan, that is.
You might be in trouble, buddy.
I got Levan plus the game. I mean, that's real
I
good.
thought
Yeah.
I thought Mario got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
You're looking pretty good, buddy.
Thank you, buddy. Thanks.
Buddy.
Yeah. He's cleaning the ball and sizing up how he wants to attack it.
He's got
It's
a little
open.
bit of the furrowed brow with the half bottom lip stick out.
You can see the wheels turning.
Yeah.
You know?
Yo, David Cavazos
Cavazos.
coming in with a 9.99. What's up, man? Thank you.
He's got options here. It's open still because that was Josh's opening shot after the break. And just like that, mean, it's early days, but not the
What are you looking at here?
not the spot you want to be in for Josh, who started off up 3-1. Huh.
Then playing the 3 on the other side.
It's interesting.
And then the rack is open.
They make it look so easy.
I really like it. I really like the pattern he picked right there. It's good.
Well, let me tell you, someone who can, you know, butcher.
You must be talking about yourself.
I am.
Okay.
I am. He makes it look easy because he's playing really great, you know?
Well, the interesting thing about this run out and the reason he had to think so long is because each of his solids on this side of the table has a stripe either next to it or on both sides that kind of like restricts what he can do with the rails. You know what I mean? So he just had to make sure that in these first few opening shots, he really got his cue ball into like really specific windows. And now the work is done, and he should have no problem taking care of the 7, 4, and 8.
Yep.
GG's.
That's why.
It's
Oh,
interesting that he went- he went
he-
back and forth.
He overcut that though. He hit it to the left side of the pocket. That's not where he wanted to be at. He overcut that ball.
There it is. There's the reaction. Oh, man.
Let's see. Hold on. As much as I love a good reaction, let me see what he's left with here.
Don't care. I'm just kidding, guys.
Okay, let's see. So he's gonna have to cut this ball, this 4 ball in the left, right? Can he make the 7?
He's sure acting like he can't.
He's looking like he can. If he can, then he's good. No. He's calling it. I love the way he called that ball too. Just. Yeah. Right over there.
It looked like you were doing something else there for a second, but
I'm like this. Put the camera back on. I'll show you.
no.
All right. Big shot here. Spun that a lot. And he missed it. Wow.
Josh Filler.
Wow. Josh scratches. Oh.
Whoa. Take it easy, Lee Van. Josh is going to feel a little bit awkward after that one.
I'm surprised. You normally don't see Levan like show that kind of emotion, you know. And early on, whenever he raked the balls after the dry break, he threw the balls back down there with a little bit of heat. But I never seen Levan.
I've never seen him do that before.
I've never seen him do that before either. And I watched Levan play a lot. He's usually got a real like pleasant disposition and just, you know, nice demeanor at the table and all that. And so to throw the balls like that, I get being upset. Lord knows I'm passionate. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised, buddy.
Me too. I'm really surprised. Yeah.
Josh don't look too thrilled either. I wonder what I don't know.
Well, it might be the format. Not like only the format, you know, but like in the context of everything, we're now down to the final 4, right?
Yep.
The way that the balls are breaking, the way that everybody has the table dialed, we're using the template rack, it's alternate break. That was a huge moment. That was the moment for him to gain an advantage in this set. You know what I mean? That was it. And then it slips through his fingers, and it's like now he's got to bank on Josh making a mistake.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, all you're doing is just hold and serve, though. You know, like that was Josh's break.
But that's my point. Is that was his chance, opportunity to get ahead to where even if Josh holds his serve, if Levan does his job,
getting to 8 first.
The win's over, or he has the win, right? So it's like, especially with the fact that they've both been breaking and running a lot.
Well, let me tell you,
that was the moment to take the advantage in the set. Where like even now, even if he plays perfect from now, if Josh also plays perfect, you can't win. So
well. You can cut the tension now.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good, buddy. Thanks.
Yeah.
We do not have any rules as far as conceding racks or giving up games, any of that stuff. We don't got anything in place for that. So
No.
I don't want anything like that either.
Yeah, here's the deal, especially with that type of rule in this format, the way that we're running this tournament, at least currently, until the tournament and pool in general grows enough where we can have dedicated refs on every single table, or at least, you know, like 3 for the whole event. You know what I mean? It's like you can't really enforce it. You know what I mean? It's really difficult to enforce. So
Yeah, well, because then I can't watch every table for sure.
Right.
You know, so
and it's not like we're only going to enforce it on one table, you know, so it is what it is. Concessions happen. These guys are in the thick of the grit, and you know, on a tournament like this, a tournament this size, especially when you get to the final 4, the pay jumps become pretty big, and it's the difference between having a, you know, once you get to this moment, it's the difference between having a break even 3 days and actually making some money. So
Chris Santana says, I want to be good enough where my opponent gives me the rack with 7 balls left on the table.
Yeah.
I can see when I'm still at the table. So, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, I ain't got it.
Yeah.
You're good. He's looking a little like he's just waiting for it to get a little funny.
I think they're playing for titles, not money. What's 9K? In a tournament that you fired out yourself without a stake horse, 9K is great for a pool player. Are you kidding me?
Ship me 9K, Justin.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
If you're in a position to say what's 9K, your life must be pretty good.
Yeah.
There it is, a little breaky run scheme.
All right. Emotions have calmed for a little bit, but Levan's still looking like just upset.
Oh, yeah.
Annoyed.
I'm going to do this real quick. We haven't done this in a few minutes. Huge thanks to the event sponsors. I'll let you guys watch Mike work down there. He's working.
I'm talking with a sponsor.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's my point. Event sponsors: 1PKT, Michelle Griffin Realtor, Premier Billiards, the sponsor of the All Around, Town Products with the Town Max Rack, the new template out on the market, and the official template rack of the 10-ball and 8-ball disciplines, Diamond Billiard Products, and of course our title sponsor, Q-Tech. Thank you for the support. And thank you guys for sweating it with us. Fast and Loose Designs, by the way, did some incredible graphic work. You saw for the promotional material for these events. We then use that to the elements from those graphics to do the overlays for the stream. And yeah, big shout out to Chris Santana. Fast and Loose Designs. Yeah, Nick Yuko's right. The top prize for this tournament is $7,500, not $9K. $9K was the 10-ball. $7,500 for this one.
Yeah, I can send you my payment information, Justin, if you want to ship it to me. It ain't nothing. To that guy.
$9K is a joke, right? These guys should be making more. You feel different, I take it? Justin Snow. We're trying to build the game from a position where that's actually a really sizable payout for pool in a non like there's only 2 series on the planet that have payouts bigger than that.
I love the knock on someone who doesn't do anything themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
If you think that there should be more, then go out and make it happen, man.
Yeah. We're here 12 hours a day.
Well, it's not even about that. It's
Yeah,
about
I mean-
like I think the game should be in a better place too, but you can't.
Yeah, of course.
You can't just like wish it into existence while sitting on your couch.
Right.
So nice shot by Levan Corteza, opening up the rack, getting a little jelly roll on the 12 ball up table, opening it up.
Making moves at an important time.
Aaron Lake comes in and says Levan is mad, and that's not good news for Filler. A little prediction there. I can't. I'm not Kevin Trudeau. Well, sure sounded like it.
I mean, if
Anyway,
if 9,000 ain't nothing.
I know.
I'm saying.
I'll move on.
I digress.
I'll move on.
Whose break is this, Nui? You know?
Fillers.
Fillers? Oh, this is big then.
Yeah.
This is big. Pinched it back, got an angle on the 11 ball, and he's in a great spot here to take one off of Josh's serve.
And break. Born hype. Nice one, bro. A nice one.
Ball down. Oh, ball down.
The ball fell. I think Levan might be feeling a little bit better now.
He's looking pretty good. His, you know.
Unfortunately, pool will never pay out big. I actually hard disagree on that. Especially because we have $1 million prize fund tournament coming up already within 3 to 5 years of people making big moves in the industry. And on top of that, I don't know if you know, the BCAPL, which is a really good kind of like litmus test for how pool is doing in general across the country and the world. The event that just happened here in Vegas has grown at least 15%, sometimes 20% year over year for the last like 3 years, 5 years. So the game is definitely moving in the right direction. Payouts in tournaments are simply a factor of how much value you guys receive at home for following the event. And what I mean by that is it depends on how many people are following pools. So the best way to help this game get to the point where these players are making enough money off of tournaments, the best way to do it is every year try to find 2 people that you can get interested in pool. Every year. That's it. 2 people a year. If everybody did that, this game would have millions of people playing regularly, and it would be one of the biggest global phenomenons that like on the planet. The game has all the ingredients of all the greatest games. We're just in the dark ages right now. We're in the in the 1500s, right? We're waiting for our renaissance. We'll get there. I would agree with you, John Disk. Yeah. That's why I have vowed I will never do a pay-per-view stream. If the event organizer thinks that they need money coming from the pay-per-view, then I just won't do the stream for them. Nice cue ball here. Is he going to overrun it a bit? Obviously, putting the cue ball there, he thinks the 12 ball goes, so... And he overcuts it. And he overcuts it. Josh Filler ready to... Oh, he made a bad hit. He made a bad hit. That's why the cue ball, or that's why the 12 ball was overcut. Unfortunate. Josh Filler gets up and just starts running laps, dude. Yeah, Justin Snow, I get where you're coming from too, but I just know the current state of the game as far as how much these players are making, and 9K, 7.5K in a tournament like this makes a massive difference in their lives for the coming month or two. Yeah. Stephen Fair, this is not a World 9-Ball Tour ranking event. None of these events are World 9-Ball Tour ranking events because we didn't play 9-Ball. They're headed to Boston after this to get the WNT points. Some of these Europeans will stick around to play some bank pool and 9-Ball, or sorry, bank pool in one pocket, but yeah. Yeah, and that's the other thing is the best players in the world, although they may be the best of the best are not created equal in the world of economics. Just has to do with how many people watch. Because ultimately, they're entertainers. Ultimately, they are entertainers. That's where the value comes from in professional sports, professional games. The value and the money they make, they get paid as entertainers. And salespeople. That's where the sponsorship logos come from on their shirts. They're paid as salespeople. Even though they may not be going door to door and knocking and trying to get you to buy. They pick products that they want to represent, and it becomes a mutually beneficial agreement. You can see the Q-Lee's logo right there on Lee Van's shirt. This camera is really having trouble focusing in the sliding. I apologize, you guys. Little break here. I did update the score already, right? Yep, 5-5. Yeah, while they're taking a break, we can continue the discussion. I mean, I see so many people online like talking about how, ooh, we need to get some kind of sponsor in here. You know, if only we could get Budweiser or Anheuser-Busch or whoever. And the truth is, people don't just chuck money at things without any, like, some type of promise of a return on investment, right? The only time they do that is it's literally called charity. Right, guys? And I'm pretty sure that Anheuser-Busch is not in the business of charity. They're in the business of making money. So, and it's also a chicken or the egg argument, right? Oh, will having more money make this game grow, or will making this game grow mean there will be more money? It's both. Like, both things are true. So the only way to get more money in the game, in my eyes, and the job that I'm trying to do, is get more people interested. I just realized that my thing is unplugged here. Hold on. There we go. A better youth and amateur development system would help it grow too. Yeah, that's another thing, right? It's like it's not as simple as all we need to do is this one thing and it'll grow. No, I'm sure there's someone in the chat that's either listened to the audiobook or read the book itself, The Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell, right? When things go viral, when things get to the point where it just spreads like wildfire. It's a slow build of like a bunch of things that all kind of move in the right direction. Then all of a sudden it takes off and goes over the tipping point, and it's like a boulder rolling down a hill that you just can't stop. So the same thing would go for our game. It's little steps along the way, and all of them have to culminate to the same goal, right? So we need to find a way to get more young people interested in the game. That's why I do this Hangout vibe. That is the whole reason I do this Hangout vibe, because frankly, for a kid under 25, watching pool, and they go, well, nice break here. Josh just, he made a ball in the side pocket, so that means he's going to be able to choose which grouping he wants to play. You know, what shot do you like here, John? You know, I think I like to shoot the 6 and roll up a little bit. And then do that for 8 hours and not talk about anything else. Younger people don't care for that. So I try to sprinkle that in as much as I can, especially when I've got some pros in here that I can learn from. But yeah, it's a really important thing that I think that people just kind of take for granted. It's like, oh, well, these players, they play so good, so therefore they deserve money. Well, that's not the reality of the situation, right? You could be the best person in the world at mowing a lawn with nail clippers, but the guy with the lawnmower is always going to beat you because you're playing a different game. So people currently, the world at large, just doesn't find as much value in watching pool as they do in watching football or basketball or tennis or golf, all those things. And so until we get to the point where there's more people that are just absolutely fanatical about the game like us, it's just going to stay the way it's been. And so yeah, we all need to work together, try to find more people and show them how beautiful this game really is. Yes, the truth is, for the most part, pool is just boring to watch. Denying that is just advocating for more failure. Exactly. But it's nail clippers. Yeah, they not only think of it just as a gambling game, but they also think of it as a game where they just like, you know, it's something you do while you're drinking. Just play, like, especially in America, that's how people see pool. It's just a game that you do at a bar while you're drinking. And we're working to change that. Golf is boring to watch, and look at them. The difference I think with golf and pool is it's very apparent in golf when someone does something fantastic, because they're hitting a ball like hundreds of yards, right? When we do something fantastic, it looks like the ball just rolled around the table and they just cut the balls in the hole, just like every other game. So until you invest the time to understand the game, and get hooked on it yourself, you'll never understand the greatness of what's happening. Josh Filler gets a little break and run, and we're getting down to the nitty-gritty of it, guys. The truth can be told about all those games. Football's boring to watch for some people. Basketball's boring to watch for some people. Hockey's boring to watch for some people. All of them are. We just have, I think, a higher price of entry because you actually have to go try it yourself and then have those moments where you play really good and do things intentionally and see it happen and then realize how difficult it is to do that every time you play and how unlikely it is. And then you get hooked. You know what I mean? So doing things like, someone who doesn't play the game and has never tried this shot before, this one, the shot on the right with English, and really swung the cue ball like that, until you've done it a few times, you'll never know really how satisfying it is to do it in competition exactly as intended. It won't look fantastic to you. It'll look like, well, the guy just made the ball in the pocket and played the right speed. And that's what I mean why we've got it tougher. Until the game starts growing on its own like wildfire, every single one of you at home, if you really want to see the game get to that point, you're the ones that have to go out and get your friends to really see the game for what it really is. Because honestly, the truth about this game and the beauty behind it has been hidden from the public for decades by people who wanted to, oh, I paid my dues. I lost money in order to learn. Oh, I had to play $20 a game in order to learn. And those people that were making the money, I can't blame them for doing what they did in the time because that was the norm. And a lot of them had to make a living somehow. But that being said, harboring those secrets for so long basically made it so the rest of the world has no idea what these guys are doing on the table. Baseball is torture to watch. I used to think the same thing, and then I started watching John Boy Media and watching him cover like the ins and outs of what's happening on the plate. And I actually find it really entertaining now. Now, I don't watch the regular season stuff because there's just too many games. But the postseason is really interesting to me. Yeah, perception needs to change as well. I did a show and tell for my colleagues, and they were actually impressed and interested. That's really cool, iCastle. Wow. Levan Corteza is going to miss the ball, fluke one of Josh's balls in the side pocket, and tie up two solids and a stripe on the long rail. Is the 10 ball. Can you play a combo? Is the table still open? Justin Snow, yeah. I mean, it's an important conversation to have, and I feel like, I try to do my best to bring it to the table when it's appropriate, but yeah, I know we're getting down to the nitty-gritty of this tournament here, and we'll be on the game in the hot moments. But right now, Josh Filler is just trying to find a way to get to the hill first. Hey, thanks, Paul Sim. Craig, I can't see your last name, but he says we have way too many rules, too many different games, and big table, little table. That's another ingredient that I'm talking about, like it's just one step at a time. Everything moves in the right direction slowly, and hopefully eventually it gets to the point where the rest of the world goes, wait, what's going on over here?
Huh?
I'm talking to these guys.
Oh, sorry.
Don't bother me.
Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Who won the hot seat match? FSR is waiting in the finals. The winner of this match plays Victor Zielinski.
I love this part of the game, buddy.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's a shame we didn't get to see more of this in this tournament.
but understandable. It's actually good for the format and the amount of time that we have to work with. But could you imagine if the majority of games were like this? We'd be here till tomorrow night.
Till next year.
Yeah, we'd be here till tomorrow night.
Easily, yeah.
Jennifer Rabbit in the chat. What's up, girl?
Such a simple shot, but massively effective.
The chat, the discussion is getting so good that now that the chat is, now the chat is moving so fast that I can't even read what you guys are saying. You're all putting in paragraphs. It's not as simple as that, I don't think. A no limit play per whatever your name is. Winner gets $1 million and everyone pays attention. Yeah, you might get people to pay attention for a week, but this is actually a really important point, guys. This is a really important point. If you're just gonna chuck money at a tournament, okay, and first prize is $1 million, cool. It's real exciting. You might get people watching outside for a few, maybe the first 1 or 2 times, but eventually they'll get to the point where if they don't know the game themselves, they're gonna get bored with it and then just look at the results and not sit there and watch it live. You get what I mean? Oh, cool, he won $1 million. But if they're not sitting there and watching it live, the sponsors and the people throwing that money at the event get nothing in return on their investment. It's like super important about the whole just chuck money at pool idea.
Okay.
But why don't you just watch the game, man?
I'm watching. I'm good. Are you good?
Oh, I'm having a great time.
Okay, good. Lovely. Nice shot there.
Mosconi Cup on ESPN primetime would help. ESPN is dying. Unless they pivot more. Wow.
Smart shot.
Smart shot. Yeah, all those mainstream, cable TV's dying. It's bleeding out. ESPN is dying on, I should say, with games that are not already like the main thing that people go to ESPN for. ESPN will crush it with, coverage of all the main games, basketball, baseball, and football. But it's not the place to save obscure games. What was it called? The Ocho? Oh my God, when they did that thing on the Ocho. Talk about trying to save yourself and shooting yourself in the foot. Good Lord.
I got such a good joke for that, but I can't say it on air.
Okay, I'm going to mute the mics. Good one.
Speaking of good one, that's a good shot there, and he's not going to get much reward. Oh, ruh-roh.
You know who might be able to save pool?
What's up?
Maybe if I step in.
Oh, God. Bro.
and be a symbol for what's
Jesus
right.
Christ. Oh, dangle. Dangle, dangle, dangle. What are we going to do with you, buddy?
The people need a symbol to stand for what's right.
You gotta, I can't even with the straight face with you, man. All right, big shot here. Massive shot.
Easy.
In the hole.
Easy shot.
That was a game. That was a game winner.
Absolute hanger, that shot.
For you or for Batman?
For, usually I don't like to kill. But when I watch this guy play, I feel like becoming a killer.
Do I got to call EMS or I mean, are you going to be all right? All right? Are you good? Okay.
I always get so lightheaded, I get loopy after doing that one.
But we appreciate it, though.
God.
I can't with you, dude. I just can't.
Yeah, we're just watching the quarterfinals of a tournament, that's all. U.S. Open. Chopping it up.
On the hill.
On the hill. By the way, guys, I don't think that my style of coverage should be done for, like, pro events as the exclusive coverage. I really think that, like, we should get to a point where you have, like, the main sports broadcast model, you know, with, like, the guys doing the thing so that new people to the game can know what's going on. You can sweat it with, like, the real pros, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But then it would be really cool if you have something like this to just hang out with until the finals, you know? Like through the early stages of the tournament. I think it'd be fun.
I don't know, man. I'm good with where we're at.
No, I'm enjoying myself right now.
Yeah.
But
I met with Batman, not with you, buddy.
Straight up sounds like Lego Batman.
Yeah. It does, actually. As someone who has kids, it does. Yeah. It's not for everyone, but it's for us. So we hope you guys are enjoying it.
Yeah. I sure have fun. Holy crap.
No doubt.
You guys make it so fun.
Pop. Dry. Dry, dry. 6-ball. Dry.
Nice.
We got a game here.
We got action on Filler's break is dry with the table quite open. Levan has an opportunity to get to the hill. How many times have we been in this exact situation?
Down by 2, break dry. Now you got a chance to get back to if you hold serve on yours and capitalize.
This might be the 3rd or 4th match in a row on the stream table in this exact, the feature table in this exact situation. I think 2 of them got to the hill. No, not in a row. This might be the 3rd in a row. But 4, I think, total on the feature table for the tournament so far. 2 of them got to the hill, and 2 of them ended right away.
I wonder if I can interview Lego Batman during this event.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm serious.
How would that even work?
I mean, I'm just going to, like I talk to anyone else. What do you mean? I got a page. It's called Windows Open. And on there.
What was it called?
I'll show you. It's on Facebook. I know you have never heard of it. But on there, we talk to players. And we just chat with them.
Okay.
So if I can chat with Lego Batman, I think people would like it.
Okay. The interview's got to literally be like 15 seconds or I'll pass out. I'll literally just
I can't commit to that.
Yeah.
Anyway, irregardless. I love putting you on tilt. All right, buddy.
How many times are we
Come on. All right. He's handling one part of the puzzle. Hopefully. And I'm not just saying that because I got him +1. I want to see it go hill.
Yeah.
He says that's good.
Levan to break. Everything on this shot.
If he gets the breakdown, I got a chance to cover.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I got a little sweater. Oh, best believe if I get the 7, I'm getting a video of Mario doing some push-ups.
This is one of my favorite parts about the decor of Griff's.
The history?
Yeah, it's really cool.
It is cool.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You see, the trick with pool is... I can't do it. You gotta have more cowbell.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Stick to Batman, big guy.
Yeah, I can't do my Christopher Walken.
Stick
It's
to
terrible.
Batman. All right. All right. Here we go. You think he's getting that ball down? You think he's running out?
The 5 and 3?
I'm not.
5's in.
There we go.
Cue ball drifting to the short rail. 7 ball gonna maybe tie up with the 6. No, it
The
leaves
10
a
ball,
shot.
though.
12 ball by the pocket. If he wants to go with stripes, it's real easy to. There's 3 stripes within 6 inches of a pocket.
He has to go with stripes. Look at the 1-4.
It's dead in the corner.
Is it?
It's pretty close. Maybe pointing at the short rail. Can't tell.
It's light. It's close.
Yeah, you got to go stripes here. You've got the 2 stripes at the bottom right of the table as we're looking at it right now that you can use to break out the 10 or get position on the 10 in the other corner. It's I'm gonna say right now this rack is night. Later, stripes. Later.
It's got a little funny. Got a little funny.
Who's the dude chatting with Collins? Molina Mike. Windows open.
Oh, you know what it is now, huh?
Well, you said it like 10 seconds ago.
Thanks, buddy. You don't want to get straight?
No, he's way above the
here?
ball. He's got plenty
Is he
of angle
good?
here. Yeah,
Okay.
plenty of angle.
Okay.
Could be 5.
You just jinxed him, dude.
What do you mean? This rack is over. Like, trying real hard to commentator's curse.
Dude, you are.
No, I'm not. Come on.
It's like you were the one that gave me a game.
Nah.
The winner of this faces Victor Zelensky. The loser is out in 4th place. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz awaits in the hot seat. This can be my last match with you for a little bit, buddy.
Yeah.
I got to jump and go do some commentary somewhere else.
A little conflict of interest, apparently.
I didn't. My bad. That's my bad. That's my bad, yeah. Yeah.
Get to the other side of the one time. Get there one time. What?
Does it pass the 3?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that's where he was playing the cue ball.
Okay.
100%.
God, you're such a pole snob sometimes, I swear.
Yeah.
Excuse me, mister. I got an overhead camera.
Mike, I got it all.
Dude, all I know is Mario's about to have to do some push-ups, son. That's what I know.
Who?
Mario. The panda.
2 balls away.
Come on, no whammies, no whammies. There we go.
We are going to get a hill-hill
There
match
we go.
just like
there we
said.
go. All right, the
Son of
biggest
one.
break of the match. Collins, are you gonna reboot after this?
Yeah, we're a little past that at this point. But yeah, I think we'll do. No, it's just the semis, right? Yeah, no, we'll just go through the next match. We may as well just keep it rolling.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm already past 6 hours, so we just have to gamble on it.
Okay.
I think we went over 6 hours when I wasn't here, unfortunately. Oops.
No, you wanted to go fire at the Rio.
Yeah, I wouldn't have cut the stream in the middle of a match anyway. Here we go.
There we go.
Nice little. Good luck, sir.
Dude, I want to see the table. Come on.
We got it. Would you trust me for a second, man?
Three ball down. Cue ball getting kicked all over the place. In the side. Oh! It stays up. It stays up.
Mike,
Look at Levat's face. Did you see this?
This isn't my first time.
Did you
Mike.
see the face that he made?
Yeah, that's why I win here. Mike
Wow.
asking me like, I want to see the table. You don't think I know? Psh, this guy.
Wow. Relax, Batman. All right? Relax.
Relax, Batman. Now you can actually unironically call me Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Batman.
You know that's staying with you now for life.
Oh, good, hell yeah.
For life. Uh-oh. He's good. Okay. Okay.
Played it perfect.
Never a doubt.
Just
He
played it
said, never a doubt.
Absolutely freaking perfect.
Mm-mm.
Dead perfect.
Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. Well, this has been a great match.
Yeah. The last two matches, fantastic matches. Earlier today, the Carlo Biotto Roland Garcia match was off the chain. We've been seeing some real good stuff here today.
Yeah, just for the comments about illegal racking, there's no official rack rule in here for it to be illegal. We ain't handing out yellow cards. He's not in trouble. So
I'm sure they're not angling each other. They're not seeking an advantage.
Yeah, there's no drama to be had here. Eight ball in the side to face Victor Zielinski next. Boom.
There you go. I don't know if we're going to do a player break or not. I'm sure it's up to Josh whether he needs a breather for a second before he plays Victor, but we're going to move right into the next match. Looks like he's stepping away. Your runner-up to this year's U.S. Open 10-ball championship, Vitaly Patsura. This camera is really struggling with that zoom, man. Let's do it like this. Why'd I put a V right there? What the heck is wrong with me, dude? Good Lord. That is embarrassing. Okay. Speaking of Victor. One more match to get to the final. Drum roll, please. If you like the vibes and you want to rep the brand, go check out postupmerch.com. Don't be a nit. Go check it out, man. It's got the logo on the back. postupmerch.com. We got coffee mugs. We got this little water bottle. It's a little on the pricey side for the size of it, but at least you get the logo all over the bottle. Looks nice. May I ask what that means? Don't be a nit. A nit is somebody who only puts it all in with aces. Or in pool, it's someone who won't play for any kind of cheddar unless they're sure they're going to win. Or it's somebody who wants to gamble all the time, but they only want to play for $5 if the player is better than them. If the player that they're playing is better than them. They're trying to, like, you know, low roll. Don't be a nit. A nit wouldn't bet that water is wet. Haha, Slim. Yeah, I think I saw your order, man. Just went through and fulfilled a bunch of them. They should be shipping soon. Adam Stickles is a nit. Exactly. Exactly. Shout out to our stream sponsors, Fast and Loose Designs. Yo.
So you're going to have like about a 30, probably about a 30-ish minute. He's going to eat before they start, so I don't know if you want to reboot, now might be the time.
Okay, I guess we're going to do a 30-minute break and then come back for the semifinals, guys. The stream what?
Okay, so yeah, if you want to do that.
Yeah, guys, I guess the players are going to take a 30-minute dinner break. So we'll see you guys. Stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube and Facebook, or, you know, all the socials, so you know when we go live again. But we're going to take a 30-minute player break and go live again for the semifinals on all channels, and then the finals will happen only on Griff's TV, from Griff's Bar and Billiards. You can check out the YouTube channel in the video description, above the video on Facebook and below the video on YouTube. Okay? Thanks for the chat, guys. That was really fun. Really, really cool to see how many people were really getting involved with it. So, yeah, see you guys in about 30 minutes. Hey, me and Mike might hit some balls. Have a good time. All right. Cheers. See you soon.